Good afternoon once again. It's my distinct pleasure and a high honor to introduce you to Daniel Michael O'Neill, our principal speaker for today. Daniel Michael O'Neill, a native of Arlington, Massachusetts, has over 20 years of consulting experience dedicated to managing risk and protecting the lives of others during emergency situations. In 2001, he founded and served as chairperson, president, and CEO of Applied Risk Management, where he led security engagements for clients throughout the world, including the continents of Europe, South America, and Asia, as well as the Middle East. Notable clients of Applied Risk Management include Harvard University, MIT, the Empire State Building, Logan Airport, and U.S. embassies around the world, as well as Level 4 biosafety laboratories capable of housing Ebola and other viruses. He successfully sold ARM in 2011 and subsequently founded a new company called Advanced Data Risk Management. Mr. O'Neill was a captain in the United States Army. During the time he was in the Army, he was an honor graduate of Army Ranger School, one of the toughest military schools in the world. He was also the recipient of the Douglas MacArthur Leadership Award, which is awarded to just the top 1% of captains in the entire U.S. Army. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree from Northeastern University and a Master of Business Administration from Harvard University. Mr. O'Neill has been married to his wife, Kara, for 24 years, and has two daughters, Lauren and Allison, all three of whom are right here in the front row, who are both in college. I introduce to you Daniel O'Neill.
Greetings and congratulations, graduates. When I graduated from Northeastern University, the commencement speaker was First Lady Barbara Bush. When I graduated from Harvard Business School, the speaker was Secretary of State Madeleine Albright. Barbara and Madeleine were famous, powerful, and accomplished women, but I can't remember a single thing that they said today. I am not famous. You likely have never heard of me before, but I promise you that you will remember my words today, at least some of them. My gifts to you today are brevity and words of meaning. As hot as it is, I know you'll appreciate the brevity. The words of meaning are in the form of 4 pieces of advice that may help you throughout your respective lives. Piece of advice number 1. No matter what your religion you are or are not, you will likely receive signs as you move through your life. For example, when I was in high school, I joined the Army Reserves. One weekend, I was offered the choice of duties. One was to go to the motor pool and have fun with Army trucks, and the other was to take a CPR and first aid class. By show of hands, how many of you would have chosen to play with the Army trucks? All right. Of course, at that time in my life, I would have chosen typically to play with the Army trucks as all my friends did. But I received a sign that day. I received a sign. I heard a voice tell me to take the CPR and first aid class. So that weekend, I received first aid and CPR certification. That was a Sunday. 2 days later, on Tuesday evening, my father had a massive heart attack in front of my mother and me. He collapsed on the floor and was unresponsive. He had no pulse. He was not breathing. I performed perfect CPR, but it was not enough. It was not enough to save my father. It was his time, and he died that Tuesday. Although I was not able to save my father, I was prepared, and I performed well. Had I skipped that class, to play with the trucks, I don't think I could have lived with myself. On many other occasions in my life, I have received signs that have guided me. I have always paid attention to those signs, and I encourage you to do the same. I would like you to remember my words today, so I would like you to repeat them after me, if you would, please. Listen to the signs. Let's say it loud. Listen to the signs. All right, say it after me. Listen to the signs. Fantastic. Piece of advice number 2. When someone tells you that you can't do something, know that you can, but it will require hard work and perseverance. Perhaps some of you here have been told that school was not for you and that you couldn't attain an advanced degree. Well, you did it, and today you are here at Commencement. Congratulations. Many people told me not to go to Army Ranger School because they thought I would fail or that I would quit. Statistically, they were correct, for at that time, 66% of soldiers who went to Ranger School washed out or quit. But I knew I could do it, and I volunteered. In the Army, they say never volunteer. But now I was a 3-time volunteer, or what some call a 3-time loser. Once to join the Army, once to jump out of planes, and the third to go to Ranger School. Along the journey, I received and listened to several signs. One was the voice that told me that I could do it. Another was the voice of the Command Sergeant Major of the 7th Infantry Division, who was a very, very scary man. For those of you who are in or associated with the military, you know that when an individual is assigned to another command or sent to a school, it is common to have a formal departure ceremony. In my case, the Command Sergeant Major grabbed me by the arm as everyone left the room after the departure ceremony. When we were alone in the room, he said to me, "Sir, don't come back to this division without a Ranger tab." He said, "If you don't have a Ranger tab on your shoulder when you come back here, you are not welcome in my division and you are not welcome at Fort Ord, California." I wanted to come back to Fort Ord, California. My wife and I live there. He left me alone in the room, and I contemplated his words, and I knew that he had meant what he said. If I did not graduate with the Ranger tab, I would not be allowed back in the division. A Ranger tab, by the way, is a small patch worn on the shoulders of Ranger School graduates. When I was at rock bottom at Ranger School, having been awake for several days and on the move without eating, I didn't know if I could carry on. At that moment, I saw a reflection of myself in a mountain stream, and in that reflection, I saw a vision of myself with the Ranger tab on my shoulder. Although I knew the tab was not really there, I knew that it soon would be. After the third sign, there was never another moment of doubt in my mind or weakness in my body. I heard the sign, I listened to it, and I persevered. And I was an honor graduate of Army Ranger School. Thank you. After that, I sent many soldiers off to Ranger School, and I pulled each of them aside after the departure ceremony and told them that they were not welcome back to my unit without a Ranger tab. And just like the Command Sergeant Major, I meant it. And all of them made it. So when someone tells you that you can't do something, know that you can, but you're going to have to suck it up, work your butt off, and succeed. So repeat after me. Suck it up.
Suck it up.
Work your butt off.
Work your butt off.
Succeed.
Succeed.
Excellent. Halfway there. Piece of advice number 3, be like Mary Chartrand. As some of you may know, during the past academic year, the college lost 3 members of the faculty and staff: Mary Chartrand, Sophia Constantino, Nicole Parks. While I was not acquainted with 2 of these individuals, I did know Mary Chartrand. How many of you knew Mary Chartrand? How many of you knew and loved Mary Chartrand? Anyone that knew or loved her? So my words of advice: be like Mary Chartrand. Be like Mary Chartrand. Be professional and passionate at what you do. Be like Mary Chartrand. Take care of others around you and those who are in need. Be like Mary Chartrand. Be a great friend and an empathetic listener. Be like Mary Chartrand. Smile big and be a loving person. So repeat after me. Be like Mary Chartrand. Let's say that louder, so maybe if Mary's here, she'll know we mean it. Be like Mary Chartrand. Thank you. I couldn't go without giving you some emergency preparedness advice. So here's my 4th and final piece of advice for you. Be prepared for emergencies. If you are ever in the unfortunate presence of an active shooter, remember the phrase, run, hide, fight. If some coward is firing a weapon and is intending to kill innocent people, remember, run, hide, fight. If you can run, run, and run in a zigzag pattern. If you can't run, then hide. Preferably go to a room with a door that you can lock, get low to the ground, silence your cell phone, and get ready to attack the shooter. If the shooter is in your presence, then your last option is to fight. And when you fight, fight dirty and attack in numbers. Hit the shooter with the blunt object. Gouge the coward's eyes out. It's difficult to shoot accurately when you have no eyes. So say it with me. Run, hide, fight. Say it with me again. Run, hide, fight. Up on your feet, and let's say it loud. I know it's hot. We're almost done. On your feet. On your feet. Run, hide, fight. Run, hide, fight. Listen to the signs. Listen to the signs. Suck it up. Suck it up. Work your butt off. Work your butt off. Succeed. Succeed. Be like Mary Chartrand. Be like Mary Chartrand. Run, hide, fight. Quincy College, class of 2015. I'm Dan O'Neill, and I salute you for what you have accomplished. Thank you very much.
Hold on, don't go anywhere. I'm going to go to your right. I told you he was great. So Dan O'Neill, Daniel Michael O'Neill, in recognition of your extraordinary contributions to the many communities in which you find yourself, communities in Massachusetts, in the nation, and indeed the world, Quincy College hereby awards to you an Associate in Science degree in Public Service. In addition, in recognition of your service to the college and your vast accomplishments, we would like to create at your alma mater, Arlington High School, a scholarship to enable one graduate of Arlington High School to attend Quincy College without payment of tuition. And in addition, I don't want, now, in the run hard fight, I don't want you to throw this at someone. In addition, we have a beautiful Quincy College paperweight here, which hopefully will bring you fond memories of this wonderful day. Thank you very much.